Good morning, everyone. Went to see Ghostbusters Afterlife last night, and this is my review on it. I enjoyed it. Yes, there was a lot of fan service and going back to the nostalgia of the previous films as well. Forget that shit in 2016. Yeah, but it was very good. We get on to the good points here as well. I think McKenna Grace is Phoebe. She is the star of the show. She's always the outsider, not just in a new town, but in a family as well. The eccentric character, and she did a very good job. She's a link between the past films and possibly the future ones as well. If there is, going by the end credits, there could be a sequel as well, which I'll be very happy with. I'll be more than happy to pay to go watch this film again. A good point. The cinematography is fantastic. It's good, yeah, and also bringing back Gozo as well, because that ties in with the first film as well. Could have been another villain, yes, but it wouldn't be in the same set in the story as well with Egon and his estranged family. Yes, I enjoyed it. It was nice to see the cool, Razor cult books. Yeah, the old Ghostbusters back. There were rumours, possibly of trying to get Rick Moranis out, but I don't think that would have worked in the story. His time in the film, in the story arc, has ended. Yes, the first one we got to see was Janine Malwitz, played by Annie Potts. She had an unmistakable voice of hers, and she helped Egon relocate because he felt the end of the world was coming. But yeah, I think it's very good. Couple of down points as well. I think Paul Rudd was underused as well. He could have done so much better, and or the limited screen time he had. Well, as I say, I'll happily go pay see that to pay. I will happily pay to see this again. We won't edit that out. We'll keep it in. It got to the point in the movie. It was like playing Red Dead Redemption. You spend 80, 90 hours with, like me, playing as John Marston. Then when the second game came out and introduced a new character, and at the beginning, you're the Arthur Morgan, you're going, okay, but I want to go back to John. I'll go back to playing John. But when you get to the epilogue of that game, and when Arthur dies, spoilers, of course, anyone who hasn't played it, you want to go, and you're playing as John Marston, you want to go, well, I want to be Arthur. And it's a bit like this film. At the beginning, well, I just can't wait till the original Ghostbusters turn up. And then when they do, you go, well, I want to go back to the new characters because you stayed with them for so long on their journey through this film. Podcast. Actually, play podcast. I think I was very good in it. But yes, but McKenna Grace has got a bright future in this industry because she was fantastic. I know her and her brother, who played her brother Trevor in the film, they come from Stranger Things. One program I couldn't get into, so perhaps now I'll give it a proper go after seeing this. But yes, it's not as bad as some of the critics make out. Okay, you're bringing the villains back, and same villains as well, but it also gets on to, and Ivor Shandor, played by J.K. Simmons, who had 2 minutes in the whole film, one line, and that was it. And it was gone. It's nice to see the Hellhounds back as well. But no, it was a very thorough, enjoyable 2 hours as well. I went in there with good expectations because I was go back to the one 5 years ago and you go, I can't get any worse than that. And no, it wasn't. It was nowhere near as good as that. It's probably on par with Ghostbusters 2, who had a lot of problems. And it's also nice to get Bill Murray in it as well, and not just that, it interested Bill Murray because he has some funny lines in there as well. Yeah, so I'm more than happy to see what they do in the future installments, if there are any. The end credits scene teases us, so there might be more. Also, on a side note here, try not to give anything away, but with the technology now in cinema where they bring in dead actors back to life and put them on screen, I think they did it in Rogue One with Peter Cushing. Where would it end? I mean, are we going to see John Wayne back on the screen? Because they could bring anyone back, really. So where does it end? What will the future of the industry be? Will they just replace all actors with a computer, or you just don't turn up and just put it all on the computer? There you go, you're done. So that's a scary thing, That's a side note. But yes, no, I like Metal Muncher. I think could they brought Slimer back, but again, that's pandering again as well. Nice to see Razor Cult bookstore again there. Just realises how old we aren't. Because if you're of a vintage age like I am, remember the first one very well in your youth. I remember when the second one was released as well. Yes. So I think it's a family affair. That's what it was. Yes, you got Egon Spengler's family. So you got grandfather down to granddaughter. And it actually took me a minute to realise in the film, why? Who's helping Phoebe finding all this stuff? They go, oh yeah, of course. It was a long day yesterday. But yeah. But no, it was very good. And there was one scene in there, and okay, you didn't get the theme song, but you got the piano motif throughout as well. But there was one line in the film, and it was just, why? It was when they got arrested, Phoebe and Trevor, for driving without a license and shooting up half the town. And Trevor's love interest is her dad is the cop who arrests them, and Phoebe goes, "I've got one, I've got to write to one phone call," and he goes, "Who are you going to call?" And I just went, "Oh, there's just no need. There's just no need for it." But yes, now all in all, special effects were great. Oh, obviously, it had to be, yeah, but no. It was good to see Ernie Hudson back as well. He doesn't seem to age at all as Winston Zeddemore. But that's just how old Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd look now. And I maybe because of the day I had as well, and the long day and the time that I went to see this. But the ending did get me when you see when it said for Harold and what happened before that. You just go, oh, I just went no. I just went no, and I did feel that tearing up then. But yes, but please, if you're a Ghostbusters fan and you want something a lot better than the 2016 pile of crap, go see this. I highly recommend it. Yes, this was my first time back at the cinema since the pandemic, because I was choosing, because we had films to see, like Fast and Furious 9 and was it Venom and stuff like that. Well, no, this has been my first, because I come back to your childhood, really. Well, this has been my first one back, and yeah, and it was nice to be back in the cinema and just put your brain on hold for 2 hours and just enjoy it. So yes, I hope there will be more if they can get the others interested. Again, Bill Murray, strange dude. But yes, thank you all for watching, and let me know if you've seen the film, what you think of it. Comment down below, and as always, please like, share and subscribe, and hope you have a great weekend.